We represent all types of people, all races, ethnic groups, religions, all different types of personalities. But there's a common bond that holds us together. Across all of our businesses, we're in the service business. That unites all of us. We can overcome what has happened because we will stand together. The values of this brand, the attributes of this brand are real. Far more real than the brick and mortar of our headquarters building. There's been an incredible sense of teamwork, of selflessness, of dedication. The stories of individual American Express employees helping out each other. Not only sacrificing their time, but in fact, putting themselves in harm's way to help their colleagues. We have survived crises before, and we will not only survive this one, but we will emerge a better and stronger company. I believe very strongly that we in fact have the obligation to move forward for all of those who are no longer with us. We need to move forward because I believe that serving people is the highest honor that you can have. So I will not succumb. We must and will move forward as a company. I believe it was a great evil that has caused so much harm to innocent people. There is a certain grace in everyday things. Tiny acts of heroism that speak softly of character and courage every single day. Ones that we take for granted, but never will again. For those of the American Express family who served on the 94th floor of the World Trade Center on September 11th, we grieve today and will for many days to come.
What I remember is walking out to the subway, to the street, and looking up and seeing the top of a building and fire, going, oh yeah, that's not true. And that can't be true. And then I remember seeing the other tower explode and know that I had to run for my life. I'm so thrilled and so impressed with the people who have spent time with me. They have changed my life.
The status of the American Express Tower, it's damaged, but it's structurally sound. despite this horrible, horrible tragedy, the business operations of the company continued. I want to thank everyone who stepped up and helped, stepped up to the challenge, ensured that our customers were being served, and this goes for employees all over the world.
There are loved ones in the glory whose dear forms we often miss.
I felt it was very important that we come together as a group, as a family. I just really wanted to see you and talk to you. Most importantly, I wanted to talk to you about what's on my mind and in my heart.
Can you picture happy gatherings round the fireside long ago?
Our company is sound. Our hearts are even stronger. And our minds will get clearer to carry us forward. Today is a defining moment in the 152-year history of American Express Company. Today, we come home.
The decision by American Express to return to their headquarters at the World Financial Center is the best example of corporate commitment to this city. Ken Chenault, Chairman and CEO of American Express, recognizes that this city is the heart of the global economy and that American Express's future is New York's future. Just let me tell you, I've started to use only my American Express card after Ken made that commitment, and I'd urge you to do it too.
First and very importantly, we are very focused on increasing the security at all American Express facilities. There is no higher priority for me than your personal safety and well-being.
It was kind of like two phases in the beginning, was securing the building, bringing it back, and getting all the construction portion of it together. And not only was it constructing it, I guess was getting it secured first, because, you know, in the beginning you had the steel sticking out of the building. You know, I mean, you had pieces of the building just still falling out every little, you know, a little bit at a time. From the time it happened, when we started bringing our engineers back and everybody just really just focusing with the guys and saying, you know, there's nothing we can do. The only, out my way, and really everybody's way of, in my opinion, dealing with it is to get something positive out of it. And bringing, you know, Amex back here, to me, is a positive thing. When the people came back from Parsippany, came back from anywhere, they were going to move on to a brand new floor, new furniture, new carpeting, new ceilings, new bathrooms, new freight areas, new fire alarm system. I walked through that cafeteria just thinking, and we're not done down there too. It's still we still have to finish, but just, you know, being able to walk through that cafeteria and what it looked like that day, and, you know, it took 6 months even just to get it cleared out, and just to see what it's like today is excellent.
I tried to think to myself, it's just one big construction site, and this is what it looked like 30 years ago.
I think American Express has been here for over 150 years, so to be back in the place where, you know, your roots have really been kind of sown for so many decades really, really feels good.
We visited the building last week, so I was very comfortable coming in. I knew how to get here. I'm a native New Yorker. I'm very excited to be back in New York.
You know, for me, for being here for so many years, this feels right. It feels like I got a piece of my life back.
In coming home, we at American Express are doing more than returning to a building. We are returning to a community we have long been a part of.
The merchants that have committed to coming back and staying there are survivors, and I think it's more to them than just growing their business back to the state of where it was before for a purely financial gain. They're not necessarily working with us because business is bad, and they're working with us because there's a belief that American Express is a partner and they're part of the partnership, and it's all about not giving up and not being beaten.
I am delighted to say that the first inaugural Tribeca Film Festival will be presented by American Express. Thank you.
It's going to be great.
This will be a 5-month-long festival of music, dance, and art, over 500 events altogether that will bring thousands more people to this area.
Business
was happening again. People were living their lives again, and we were beginning to return to some sense of normalcy.
My goal is to walk out of here. It might not necessarily mean without any help. Might mean with the crutches or with canes, but I will walk out of this hospital. There's no doubt in my mind. I will dance at my wedding, like people say.
No one pulled back or pushed back or anything like that. It was finally, we just realized, we're in this together. We work together as a team.
I think more than ever we're ingrained as a part of the community and as a really responsible citizen within the community, not just a business partner, but a community partner.
The first thing for me was to be human, not financial advisor. So the first part was to be their friend and to be part of that support system.
I like to build a relationship with the customers. That way I can know that I can trust them and they know that they can trust me.
In the aftermath of 9/11, people across this organization instinctively focused on the right things: colleagues and customers. It is during a crisis that we learn if our beliefs and our relationships are enduring. And in the midst of a difficult time, you delivered.